Okay, today's what I want to do in this video is I want to show you how to return your Galaxy Note. This is the i717. I want to show you how to return it to stock. So returning it to AT&T stock is going to be returning it at this point back to Ice Cream Sandwich 4.0.4. It's the UCLF6 base, I believe. So what I'm going to do is I've been running a custom ROM here, a Jelly Bean custom ROM. So I've booted back up into my recovery, into my TeamWin recovery project. And it's what I want to do before I restore this to stock is I want to go ahead and do a backup here. So that was just the home screen of the recovery. Just go to backup, and I'm just going to set up. Actually, before I do that, let's see. Shows I have 1,362 megabytes, so 1.3 gigs. That should be enough for me to do backup. So I'm going to do my backup here. I'm going to let this backup. Usually takes, I don't know, 2 or 3 or 4 minutes for it to do a backup. And so this is going to be my first step. And then after this, we'll get back into, and I'll show you how to flash back to the stock Ice Cream Sandwich 4.04 from AT&T. Okay, so my phone has finished the backup. I think it tells me there, it says it finished in like 205 seconds, something like that. Okay, so that's good on that. That way, later, if I decide, you know what, I want to go back to my Jelly Bean, and I really don't want to have to set everything back up. I've got a backup now, and if I want to go back to that, it'll be fairly easy to flash it back. So that's going to save us a lot of time if we decide we want to go back, which probably won't be on that ice cream sandwich too long before you realize you want to go back to one of these custom Jelly Bean ROMs. Alright, so reboot system now. Okay, well my phone's doing that. Let's go ahead and jump over here on the computer. I'm going to show you. I'll put a link in the description to this website here, Android Authority Beta. And here they had an article about upgrading to the official 4.04 ice cream sandwich for the Galaxy Note, the i717. And so, I mean, if you want to follow these instructions, you can. But the reason I'm giving you this is so you can have the download link. So you'll go here and either go to direct link or mirror link, and eventually you're going to get over here to this hot file. You're going to download this. It's a pretty big file. It's 673 megabytes. So that, you know, if you don't have a fairly quick connection, it's going to take some time to get that thing downloaded. But download that. You're going to need that 673 megabytes. Another thing you're going to need is the ODIN flashing program. So if you don't have that, you need to download that ODIN flashing program. Let's see here. Another thing you're going to need. Well, if you've already flashed custom ROM, then you already have the Samsung drivers. You got to make sure you have those Samsung drivers so that your phone will connect up to your computer. Okay. So we've got that file downloaded, the 673 megabyte file. That's going to be our the ROM that we're going to flash over through our ODIN program. You're going to download the ODIN. And that's what we need. Okay, so on the 673 megabyte file you download, you're going to need to extract that. Okay, so I'm going to take this whole file, we'll put it out here on my desktop. Big file, 993 megabytes. There's an uncompressed file there, so huge file. Okay, so I've got my ODIN program open right here. I'm waiting for this thing to extract that to my desktop. Okay, so while it's doing that, we're going to have to put our phone into download mode. So what I'm going to have to do on that is I'm going to have to turn my phone off. And I'm just going to keep waiting for this thing to go ahead and extract here. Okay, so my file is downloaded right here. Okay, I'm going to open my ODIN program. Okay, now I should say this, I should have said this before, make sure that you back up your phone before you get into this process, because it's possible that anything you do here is going to wipe your internal memory. So make sure that you've got your phone backed up. Means hooking it up to your computer, transferring all those files over to your computer so that they're already stored over there. So if it gets lost here, you've got them somewhere. Okay, so I've got my ODIN program opened. My phone is turned off. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to push and hold the volume up and down. Hold those together. Okay, as I hold those two, I'm going to take my USB and I'm going to plug it in. Make sure you're not pushing the power over here. It's going to mess this up. So I'm holding volume up and down. Continue to hold volume up and down. And it should bring us up into downloading mode. Alright, let's try volume. Let's see. Volume down, I think it is. Just hold volume down and plug in. There we go. Sorry about that. Just hold volume down and plug into your phone there. Okay, volume up to continue. That's what we want to do. Alright, so we're in download mode. Now you can see here on my computer that this bar right here came up yellow. It's saying that my phone is reading, or that my computer is reading a phone on a port, so that's what I want. So what I'm going to do is go down here into my PDA slot, and I want to choose this file that we extracted a little bit ago, this huge file, this 993 megabyte file that's uncompressed. So I'm going to open that up into the PDA slot and push start, and my phone is gonna start flashing the Ice Cream Sandwich 4.04, and it should take a little while here. Once it gets done flashing that, your phone should automatically reboot, and whenever it reboots, it's gonna open up into stock Ice Cream Sandwich 4.04. Okay, so you can see here my phone finally got through with that. I didn't time it, but it probably took 6 minutes real time to go through that process. You can see there it said that succeed. It passed. My phone is going to be rebooting now. And you can see there now it's booting back up into standard AT&T stuff. Now when I flash this, it's going to flash over my custom recovery. So when I mean custom recovery, I mean that Team Win recovery project that I use as my custom recovery for flashing on my Galaxy Note here. This flashed the stock recovery over that, and you may have seen that as you were flashing through on ODIN. It says NAND write start, and then the next one said recovery.img was flashing a new recovery image. So it put the stock one back on there. So later, if I want to go back to my custom ROM, I'm going to have to flash that custom recovery to my phone. I have another video showing you how to flash custom ROM, and in that video I show you how to flash the custom recovery, and I'll put a link to that in the description here if you're wanting to go back to that. But for now, what I flashed here, this file that I flashed, has returned everything to stock. My recovery is to stock. The ROM that I'm running is to stock. It's going to be completely AT&T now. So as this thing boots up, it's just going through the standard process that this phone would go through if I would have bought this phone new from AT&T. Okay, well, let's try something else here. That's still not going. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to boot back up into stock recovery and do a factory reset. Okay. I don't know. I waited quite a while there. I may should have waited another few minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay, so I'm going to boot back up into the stock recovery. So I'm going to push and hold volume up and down, and then push and hold the power button. Just keep holding that. So you feel it vibrate a couple times and let off the power. Keep holding volume up and down. Come on. Okay, I'm going to let go. Alright, so there you go. You can see how it's booted back up into this stock recovery. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to wipe data factory reset. Go down, push yes. I'm going to let this format the data. Cache, okay. And then it's selected, you can't see it there, I'm kind of overexposed, but it says reboot system now. So I'm going to reboot. And let's see if that gets anything happening. There we go. Okay, so there you go. You can see booted back up into standard AT&T junk here. Okay, whatever. I ain't gonna be on you for long, so don't worry about all that. Whatever. Cancel, next. Okay, and I just want to show you real quick. I was on Jelly Bean 4.2.2. Guess I should give this a little bit of time to boot up, get everything running. But I'm not. I'm too impatient. Okay. So about phone. Right there you can see. 4.0.4. So you're on the stock ice cream sandwich that comes from AT&T. You can see there that UCLF6. So this is the last official update that AT&T put out for the Galaxy Note, was this ice cream sandwich. So if you want to return to stock, this is the way you're going to do it. I'm making this video late April. Hopefully, eventually, they're going to give us a Jelly Bean update, an official Jelly Bean update. I mean, we can flash Jelly Bean to it, but not officially from AT&T. And hopefully they provide that to us, because when they give that to us, we'll be able to take the kernel from that and use that, and it'll really help out the custom Jelly Bean ROMs that we have. But for now, late April still, 2013, our official update is still only the ice cream sandwich 4.0.4. Thanks for watching today.